Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today, we're going to get down on some corned beef. I got some shredded cheese on here and a couple eggs on top. A couple huevos, as you can see. Check that out. Get you a close-up, nice up close and personal. This is corned beef from the can. And these are eggs from the chicken. And also, I got the tapatio on deck. Remember, it's not on deck unless you almost break the table. So today, we're gonna grub on that. This is definitely keto approved. So if you're like on a low carb diet, you're trying to lose some fat, you know, you're getting too fat, you can't fit in your car, you can't even fit in your bed anymore, you can't fit in your hyena, then you definitely want to do something like this. Keto approved. Got some water. Don't know why I really needed to say that, but first things first, let's go ahead and get this nice and bloody. Take it up a notch, you know what I mean? Pretty much has to look like it's on its cycle for it to be delicious. So go ahead and check that out. Oh yeah, homie. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're gonna dig into that, and then also I've had some requests for like a horror story or ghost story time. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna talk about the time that I had could have been a paranormal experience when I was living in Oregon. We'll go ahead and get into that. But before we do that, without further ado, let's go ahead and get intimately involved with this here. Oh yeah, there you go. Let's try to get you a nice up close and personal look there. Don't look at me. Some of you might be wondering where my tattoos are. I don't even know if that's working, homie, but either way, I got makeup on. As you can see, got the llama pillow in the background, homie. It's my daughter's. Alright, so before we get into that story time, I just want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed. Thank you to everybody that's bearing with me while we figure out this monetization with YouTube. But don't worry, we're going to make it happen. Trejo's world's around to stay. We just need to, figure some things out. Work out the kinks, get kinky with YouTube or something. So, or maybe they don't want me to get kinky with them. So, I'm not exactly sure. But either way, we'll get it figured out. So, back in 2007, right, I went to rehab. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and change my life around. Get my relationship with God right. And things of that nature. So I went to this program. And I lived throughout California while I was in this program. Then I was finished with the program, and I came back home. When I came back home, for a little bit of time, I kind of had told myself, being back home, I kind of feel like doing the same things, that I was doing before I went into rehab. So, I decided, you know what? Instead of staying home, I'm going to go back into the program. Now, when I say go back into the program, I mean, once you graduate the program, you have the capability of being able to go in and them help you pretty much till you get on your feet. They call it like I forgot what it was called, but oh yeah, you see that yolk on me? So I was like, I need to, I'm not ready to be back pretty much. So I need to, in my head, I was like, get as far away as I can, you know, from home. So I kind of searched around, and I found a program in Bend, Oregon. If any of you are from Oregon or familiar with Bend, Oregon, let me know in the comments below. It might sound funny. It's not Bend over Oregon. It's Bend, Oregon. But, no pun intended there either. But, I went to Bend, Oregon. So, I ended up signing up for the program there. And they're like, all right, cool, come through. Got me a Greyhound ticket. You know what I'm saying? Rode through there. Was smoking a pack of Newports on the way. Trying to get it all out of my system because this program didn't like you smoking cigarettes or anything. It was like a Christian program, you know what I mean? They believed in God. You had to go to church every Sunday. So anyway, I get to Oregon, meet the people, meet my roommate. You know, they kind of tell me how everything works. You know, like these days you do the cooking and your roommate does the dishes. And these other days, you know, vice versa. He'll do the cooking and you do the dishes. So, you know, got programmed up. I believe it or not, I found a job very quickly within the first couple of weeks of being there. I found a job working at an Apple call center. Yeah, imagine that. Thank you for calling Apple. This is the homie. How may I help you? Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know how to do that, so you're going to have to do it on your own. All right, thanks for calling Apple. Have a good day. Yeah, so I work for Apple. Did some training, and it was cool. I love the fact that I lived in a new, not only a new city, but a new state, you know, a new place. Nobody knew me. I could pretty much just be myself. Not saying that I was being fake, but kind of if you grew up in the same place and you've never really been out of your town or your environment for a long period of time, you kind of just sometimes realize that you may be how you are because that's how, you know, kind of what people expect you to be. It's a little deep. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and leave a comment below. My shirt keeps sagging a little bit, but anyway. So being there, I felt free, you know, like, man, you know, I could really be me. And, you know, I had like some dreams, hopes and dreams come out of nowhere, you know, like I kind of want to be a writer. I've always liked writing. That's something you guys don't know. Not writing, that too, but writing. When I was younger, I used to write raps. You know, I love the creativity of writing. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to pursue journalism or something like that, because I think that's what the college offered there. So that ended up not working out because I had done some college in the past and my loans were in default. Some of you may know about that too. You know, school loans are crazy. Don't take every loan that's offered to you. You know, make sure you really do your research on it. And you know that you're going to school for something that pays well enough that you can afford that large payment to pay those loans back. You know, I would say go for scholarships if you want to, you know, go that route. So anyway, if you want to go to school, try to get a scholarship. So, you know, I got these hopes and dreams and things like that. I'm starting to feel good about myself. You know, I'm like, man, this a new place. It's sure bothering me, homie. All right, a new place, a new environment. You know, getting to know myself again. You know, being around snow and things like that. Never been around that before. Man, I tell you, I looked like Bambi on ice when I was walking in all over the place in Oregon. You know what I mean? Very difficult to get around there. You got to get like snowshoes. They have like traction on them to make sure you don't slip and fall all over the place. So, you know, got into my grind. Then there was this one night. Was at home. Was trying to sleep. And then I hear this loud bang on the wall, like on the whole house. You know, I wasn't in all areas of the house. I know I'm a big dude, but you know, I'm not that big where I was in all areas of the house at once. I was only in the bedroom. So, but it sounded like the whole house shook. I was just like, what in the world is that? And then I kept hearing it over and over, like doom, doom. It almost sounded like one of the biggest NFL linebackers there is was running at full speed and throwing his body against our house. I didn't know what it was, bro. I was just freaked out a little bit. So I start praying, you know, speaking in tongues, do whatever I gotta do. I'm just like, man, bro, well, I don't know what this is, if it's a demonic spirit, I don't know if it's a ghost. I was freaked out, but I didn't tell nobody about it. So I went to work the next day, and being the researcher that I am, I was like, I need to research this. I need to know what's going on because this is crazy. So I kind of, you know, looked it up, like kind of like a search to be like, you know, house, banging, whole house shook, you know, typing terms like that to try to figure it out. You know, I need to pinpoint this, I need to narrow it down because I've never experienced anything like this in my life. And I had a couple results come up that gave me the reasonable answer, which was, I guess your roof, when it gets really cold like that and it snows, can expand and retract. So, you know, it can get bigger and smaller. And when it does that, it stretches and it's like, you know, like a snap, like boom. So that was the most logical response. Was I 100% sure of that? No, obviously. There were still things. One thing that I didn't tell you guys, which is going to really make this a little bit, I guess, scarier, if you want to say that, or make you think that maybe this was something paranormal. You guys let me know in the comments below so far. But this house, so with it being a rehab, it was, you know, rented out by a program. They, you know, got this building at a cheap price, but the reason they got it cheap is because it used to be a crack house. So this place, you know, this lady used to sell crack there. I'm not sure what kind of stuff used to go down there. It was a nice place when I lived there, but I don't know what kind of vibes, you know, and kind of crazy stuff there was going on. But yeah, it definitely was a crack house before, so that, you know, brought a whole new spin to it. So one night we were just chilling, you know, watching TV. We even had watched a couple scary movies. I think back then they had that movie The Strangers or something like that. You know, I was watching that and I was just like, man, I was getting spooked on me, like, man, I don't know what's going on around here. And one thing about Oregon, at least where I lived, the street lights there weren't that many street lights. So out here in California, we warn you, we'll bomb on you. Out here in California, there's street lights everywhere. In Oregon, there wasn't really a lot. So, you know, like once nighttime came, it got really dark. So one night we were watching, you know, movies, and then I heard that banging again, like boom. And I asked my roommate, "You hear that?" He's like, "Kind of." And he wasn't really worried about it. He was like a, you know, 40-something. I was like in my 20s. He was a 40-something-year-old, you know, white dude. He was in there because he, you know, he used to drink a little too much. But he was a cool dude, liked golf. He was from the Bay Area, but he was living in Oregon too. So I was just like, dang, bro, I don't know what that is, you know. Let's go check it out. It sounds like there's somebody, you know, jumping against the house, like banging their body against the house. That's just what that sounded like. So let's, you know, go outside and peep it. He's like, all right. So he goes and grabs a golf club. You know, I just go out there or whatever, and we check out the scene, peep the scene, look around the house, and nothing, bro, like nothing in sight. So at that point, I was just spooked, bro. I was just like, man, this is crazy. I don't know what this is. You know, I'm not going to be able to sleep like this. So, you know, it kept going on, bro, and nothing really happened to me, but at the same time, I had a very, very bad feeling living there. So I decided, you know, after only about 3 months of living there, that, you know what, I'm going back home. I'm going back to Stockton. I need to get away from here. So let me know in the comments below if you think that that I'm a little, you know, that I'm scary for doing that. But yeah, I just like, you know, I can't be living here, bro. You know, I'm gone. I do miss Bend, Oregon. It was a cool place. If you know anything about it, it's very beautiful. Great place to live. Just don't live in a crack house if you're going to live there. Alright, so you guys let me know in the comments below what you think it was. If you've ever heard anything like that about houses being, you know, the roofs stretching. Roofs? Is that the plural way of saying roof? Or is it roofs? I'm not sure. Let me know. But either way, let me know in the comments below what you think. If you've ever experienced anything like that with your house. And let me know about your paranormal experiences below too. Let's go ahead and get this conversation going. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with me from the beginning. Thank you for being here through these changes. As you can see, I can still bring you good content and not have to, you know, cuss up a storm or talk about all kinds of crazy things. I can still bring it to you, you know. I'm here. That's what I'm here for. All right. Just had a bomb breakfast. Got that llama pillow in the background, so I'm going to go take a nap. See you guys on the next one.